we're back from the States. Nice little trip away, little break between each round. Come back in now for round 3 at Ling. Boys are happy, they've not changed anything the whole time I've been away, which is good. We've had some good results at EMX with Billy. They got 4th overall, narrowly missed out on the podium. To be honest, Ling's a start. A start is very good round Ling. If you get a good start, you're in for a good day. Like, the start means everything here. I think you're top 5, top 10 start, and you're on for a good race. If you don't get a good start, it's an upwards battle. Back in the sand as well for Ling, 3rd round in a row actually of sand. So again, we'll do sand, similar setup, forks at a flush height, bit lower sag to take a bit of the weight off the front. But you have to be careful around this track. It's very old school, lots of drops, not many jumps, and it gets real choppy. So we'll see what sort of changes we're going to have to do throughout the day. So we've had a collaboration with MXology with Mark and Sam Yates for this round. We've brought David Braceras over from Spain. He actually approached me to do suspension work for him originally, and it worked out that he was coming this week, so we sorted a package out for him to race. He actually raced for Jackie Martin's team last year, who we sponsored when they was on Honda, so we had a mutual friendship through that. Like I say, David's come over to test suspension. He had a good day on the bike on Thursday, testing wise, so we'll see how he gets on, but I'd imagine hopefully that he's going to be top 5 and pushing for the podium. So today we're actually going to explain and show, we've been doing all this talk about the ProValve, but we're going to actually show you exactly what it is and what's available to the public and what everyone can have, what all the riders here are using. This is the ProValve system for the shower fork. These are just come out of Joel Rizzi's forks, literally just straight out the cartridge. These are just come off for a service, so we'll strip all the shims off, make sure all the shims are good, and then rebuild them with fresh seals and stuff. On the top side, it comes with the base valve, its own piston, K-Tech top cap, and then a different rod and needle for finer adjustment. On the mid-valve side, on the damper rod, we also have the rebound piston, and then it comes as a complete unit with the piston holder also. So this is a direct replacement. And then we've also got our own needle inside the damper rod. We changed that from the OEM one just for finer adjustments. To get this kit in your bike at home, you can go to any dealer that's in your local area or contact ourselves, and he can buy this kit, and it's direct plug and play. They can take your OEM products out, bolt this straight in with tested settings that have been tested by the likes of Joel Rizzi, Tommy Searles, Ben Watson, and also others. This is a high performance shock linkage for a Triumph. So what you get in this kit, you get the knuckle, which is a complete, and then also you get the dog bone inside here. So this is a direct replacement for the OEM linkage. When you put this linkage in, it obviously alters the ratio. This gives a better stability and more traction on the ground. So we're under the Dirtstore tent, just having a look over Ben's bike, and we're just going to explain to the public that everything that is on this bike is available to you, whether it's via our workshop or a dealer that's local in your local area. We've got a KYB ProValve kit in the forks, we have Kashima upper tubes, Sapphire lower tubes. Internally we have the KYB spring perches that are our own from K-Tech. They just offer a smaller hole to restrict the oil a little bit. And then moving over to the rear, again, Kashima shock, X-Trig preload adjuster, K-Tech spring. We have a K-Tech ProValve kit inside the shock also, and then to complement all of that, we have the K-Tech linkage. The big improvements with the K-Tech shock from us is we run a ProValve kit in the shock, so that's a different piston, different friction band, and then also we add the Kashima coating from Japan just for a little bit less friction and heat. So during a race, the piston band and the Kashima will both work together, and then during a long 30-minute moto, the shock won't get as hot, so you won't lose damping. This is available to the public. Yeah, you can buy these directly from our website. It's a transponder holder to hold your transponder while you're racing. New design, so it fits the extra clamps a little bit better, and Ben's running it this weekend.
Yeah, long story, David has been messaging me for a while just about bits and bobs like injector kits, and then obviously he's been speaking to Jake as well, and then I think 2 weeks ago Jake rang me about something totally different on a Sunday night, and we kind of got onto the subject of David, and Jake asked if we could use our test bike to test suspension with, and it's like, yeah, why not, because then at least he can test our stuff as well. And within 10 minutes it went from that to why don't we run him at Ling. So came over Thursday, tried the bike, liked it, and here we are. We only got 1 day in, but
so loads of testing.
Loads of testing, obviously 1 day on the engine, 1 day on the suspension, but we got a good base setting. It's quite hard to get a setting when you can't get to a track that's going to be like this, but I think we did a good job in a day, didn't we?
Yeah, for sure. First day directly I was feeling great on the bike. The bike was really powerful, and I was feeling good also with the suspension. We did a small change on the gearing and on the suspension, and here we are on the race. We did also a small change. We are using the race to test, and yeah, we see where we finish.
Yeah, we had a really good off-season with K-Tech. We went out to Sardinia, did a load of testing on like the GP track Riola, got a really good base setting around there and a few hard pack tracks, so we put the work in the off-season, and then when we go out to these races we sort of know we got a really good base, and then we do a few tweaks and stuff like that. Like today we made a tweak in the last race and made a massive improvement on the suspension. Still not enough to get the old boy, but definitely was a step in the right direction with the suspension. We had a really good first race in the Europeans, and then the second race we took a hit, but the season's been quite up and down. We're getting there now, we're getting a few solid results, and then we'll build and then get some, hopefully some top steps in the MXs and in the British by the end of the year. We sort of have a setting for England, and then we have a setting for GPs because the tracks are just so much bigger and harder out there. So for the jumps and stuff we have to make the suspension a lot harder than we do in England because they're totally different tracks.
Home track. I only live I was only born an hour away from here, so it's good. It's always good to come to a local natural track rather than having just jumps. It's nice, up and down hills. Yeah, no, good day. Boys had some solid results. We're happy. Yeah, Drew, no, another good result from him. I think he was first overall again. He had a little bit of a crash on the last lap, last turn. MX2, Tommy had a better second race, right down to the end as well, which was good. He was solid. But no, good all the way through MX2 with all the K-Tech boys doing a solid job for us. I'm pleased for Charlie, he deserves that. He's been trying every year and it's finally coming together for him. Yeah, Ben just took the overall, still got the red plate, so he's still chipping away at it, and I'm going to round 4. Braceras. Very good day. Let's see if we're going to try and get Braceras back, see if he'll do another round. He enjoyed the day, bike was good. He just had an unfortunate slip off in that second race. David's obviously new, we changed the forks for him because he's quite light, he's only 67 kilo, and we tested on Thursday. The track wasn't so rough, and here the track gets gnarly, so a little bit of change with him, but everybody else we're just servicing. Like now, like this far through the season, we shouldn't be changing stuff like dramatically, so no, it's good. Landry, hard pack, so there's going to be some, I would say there's going to be some different riders at the front. Some are good in sand and some are very good at hard pack, especially Ben Musto. He's one of his favourite tracks, so he got a race win there last year, so hopefully this year he can do that again. So we have sand and hard pack settings, so we sort of know what we're going to do going into that race. But the boys will ride a lot of hard pack over these next 2 weeks, and for Landrate they'll be ready. Everything you see at this race, anything on any of these bikes, you can buy at K-Tech, and it's all available to the public.